What is up, my string beings, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included here in our Prehistoric DLC. It's been a while. Let's see. Yeah, we had a break so that we could celebrate some holidays or whatever. I went to my parents' house. We celebrated some Christmas things. We went to my grandparents' house, had a bunch of tamales and rice and beans and everything, and it was great. I hope you guys, if you celebrate any holidays within the past week, I hope you had a wonderful time doing that. Oh my god, look at this glob of stuff going on. Yeah, we got New Year's coming up here soon, but that's not like entirely too big. I mean, it is, but all right, let's see. Let's get back to Oxygen Not Included. So, in our last episode, we did something or other. I'm sure we did something important. It's been a bit, but today we're going to be trying to get liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. I think that's what we're going to be trying to tackle here today. I have some atomic power banks just hanging out here. I don't remember making them, but I guess we got them. So yeah, making liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, that's going to be required, obviously, for our hydrogen engines here. We want to make hydrogen engines, which means we also need to make liquid oxygen for our liquid oxidizer tanks. And then we should be able to then, oh god, pressing all the wrong buttons, travel to the temporal tear. But we can't necessarily just go straight to the temporal tear. We do need to travel to one of these planetoids to like activate it. But for now, I just want to make that liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen, and everything. So we're gonna go ahead. Oh, let's double check on the girls, see how they're doing. I did send over 1 billion steel, and I made bunker tiles all across, so we don't have to worry about the meteors anymore. I set up a bunch of. I queued up a bunch of commands. We're digging stuff out. We captured this natural gas geyser, that natural gas geyser. Everything's going well as far as the gas. And then, oh yeah, I think I set up like some derpy little power plant that I wanted to do here. So we'll construct that in the meantime. So that'll be our in the meantime kind of stuff while we do the liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. Make sure priority 7, sure. But yeah, we need that done. Let's go back. Actually, how are you guys doing on food? We got a whole bunch of berry sludge. You guys got our infinite storages. We got polluted water. We got water, and we got the natural gas. Okay, I think everything's going good. Just keep pumping in the natural gas, and we'll have these guys, and then we have the oxygen going with our two hydra here. So we're making a bunch of spare hydrogen. We got 40 kilos in there, and this is prioritizing making sure to keep this cold, and this is cold at 20 degrees, and then our base is nice and chill. So, so that these guys are doing okay. All right. I think we're okay to leave them alone. All right, so I think we can make all this out of just like normal tiles because we are in the vacuum of space. So what I plan on doing, let's plan this out a little bit. Let's pause it while I do planning. And I know there's probably like a mod where it's like you could do planning and then you have them not make it. But I want a room, and I want it to be an odd number. We'll go 15, sure. I want a room here and a room. No, it doesn't need to be there. But we can get it up here. 52. Does that look fine? So specifically what I'm going to do here is we're going to get a bunch of tiles. Nope, that's actual glass. We want diamonds. Oh, we can't do... Okay, so the liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, let's go ahead and present our problem. So that's what we got to do first. Present our problem. So we can see hydrogen gas. We can see that hydrogen, in order to get it to be a liquid, we need negative 252. But so between 252 and 259 is where we really need it, because we need it to be neg 252 for our gas to become a liquid, but at 259 our liquid becomes a solid. So we have a 7 degree little fluctuation here that we can play with, so that we can make sure that we keep it a hydrogen. Goodness, a gas. And so with that 7 degree difference, with aqua tuners being 14 degrees, we don't want our coolant to come through and say it's, we obviously have to keep it cold to make the liquid version. But then say a packet comes through and it's like 252, 252.2 here. So it's 252, and we say, hey, cool that down. It'll turn that liquid packet of coolant to negative 266, which then in turn will come through and solidify our liquid. So we're going to use a method that we have over here where we need to keep a very precise temperature level, where you can see we have these packets between 26 degrees. Wait, hold on, let me see. So this is a packet that just entered, or that just exited all the cooling. So we're at 26.1, 26.2, and then a packet that is coming to grab some chill and go put it into the room, and we're at 25.3. So you can see 25.3 all along through here, 25, 26. So we have like a 1 degree fluctuation between the supercoolant here, and this is exactly what we need to do here, or exactly what we have here is what we need to do up here, so that we can chill it at precisely the right temperature that we need, because this is only 7 degrees between a gas and a solid. And then I'm pretty sure oxygen, gas. I'm pretty sure oxygen is the same way. No, it's all right, because we between getting a gaseous oxygen and a solid oxygen, we're looking at 2, 3, maybe 30 degrees. So we're okay there. But the most important part is the hydrogen. So what we're going to do is we're going to do like some cold injecting. We're not going to do this setup exactly, but we're going to do something similar. And we're going to inject cold, kind of using this method here that we have on our steam turbines. We're going to inject some cold into this room. And we're going to do it with some doors. Actually, yeah, steel's fine. So we actually need it to be an even amount. Or can we just do this? I think we'll just do that. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to inject some cold into these rooms. Let me double check what we got going on here. So we want to inject cold into some glass tiles. I do not have enough diamond. What if where's our diamond at? I keep sending it off. I mean, we could make diamond. That's what this whole thing is for. So let's go ahead and make some more diamond. Where's all the diamond over here? Oh, goodness gracious. Let's go check that out. Let's get some more of these little guys. Let's move the hatches. Hatches will come hang out over here. Is that all the hatches? Did I get them all? Pending move. No, hatch check. Move you right there. So how do I want to get this done? Trying to see how much, because we need this. So then we're going to need some more right here. And then we're going to need those doors there. Does that look okay? We might need to separate this some more. Move this up to here. Because what I'm planning on doing, we're kind of winging it a little bit. We're going to use aluminum to make sure that we're keeping everything cold. So we're going to have... And then we're going to have an aqua tuner set up right here as well. So we're going to have this come in. Do I want to wiggle? No, we don't wiggle. We're just going to go... Wait, let me see what wiggling looks like. No, okay. We'll come over here. Like this. And then we'll go ceramic. And then I still need to make sure that the gas is coming out. So if we get... Because I still need to make the oxygen and hydrogen. So we're going to have a high-pressure gas vent that goes right here. And then I think I'll have the aqua tuner set up like here. And then I'll have a hydra set up here so that we can make the hydrogen and the oxygen. And then I want to make sure that we're pumping in the right amount of gases. But the thing about this is that you want to... Actually, I think it works. I think it'll work like this. If I get a little loop here. So we'll go like that, maybe? Let me see. I think that's going to be good because we want to make sure that no gas hangs out in this room here inside the tiles because that'll break it. So that's why we're going to have like a derpy little loop going on here. So that way gas comes in and it'll, if for some reason the gas cannot exit, it'll go around in a loop, constantly going, so that we're not... Okay, I think this amount of spacing will work. But we're going to do some insulated tiles right here, here, and here, because that's where the gas is. Let's go ahead and cancel these window tiles because they were not made out of diamond. I do want... Not that piece. I do want these made out of diamond. So that means I need 2, 3, 4... I think I'm definitely overkilling this. Let's go every 2. Yeah. I don't think I need that many cold injectors. Okay, so that means that we're not going to have aluminum there. We're going to get some diamond tiles here. And are these diamond tiles? Diamond, 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 diamond. Let's go ahead and unpause it so they can get some of this done. Okay, you're gonna get yourself stuck. I have realized my mistake. I see what I have forced you to do. So let's go ahead and build these first. Because Allie... That is Allie, right? Yep, Allie's being a silly Billy. Okay, so then we'll go ahead and do the same thing that we got going on over here. Deconstruct that. Can someone please... You know what, Allie? There you go. There you go, Ellie girl. Okay, okay. And then along with this, because we're in the vacuum of space, we do need our drywall. We need drywall, drywall, drywall. We need these guys go here. Let's go ahead and build ourselves These need to be deconstructed at some point. Let's build some of these. And then we're also going to need to finish up this piping. Okay, so we need piping here, piping there, there, and there. And then we'll get ceramic everywhere else. Okay. Ceramic, 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 ceramic. And then we'll do this. Okay. And then this goes here. Okay, I think that's good. So we'll see what that looks like. So we'll have multiple cold injectors, okay. And then we need to build this setup. Can we copy paste that? No, I don't wanna. I don't want to copy paste that. That's fine. We'll be okay to just build it like this. Do we want to build it here? Yeah, sure. And then we'll do, but not out of this crap. Let's make it out of granite. We need to do something like this, something like this. How far? What's your build here? 12. So now we gotta go 12. Can they get down there? I don't know. We'll figure that out. We're also going to need some drywall behind all of this. Drywall goes here. Drywall goes here. Then we got to figure out the power situation. We do have to get power in here. Let's see. Oh, we also need some automation wires. And how are we going to control? We're gonna put the automation on the bottom because we want temperature sensor. That's what we need. Automation, temperature sensor. Let's go temperature sensor in the middle. And we will do... No, why do we have it as iridium? You know what? That's fine. I don't fucking care, really. We're going to do this. Like that. Can we do temperature shift plates? Will that override the wall? And actually... I don't think it truly matters if we get the walls stupid cold. That actually might help. So let's go back to utilities and let's try to do some temperature shift plates. But we're going to do the ones... So we're building it out of sedimentary. Okay. We could probably get some temperature shift plates up in this bitch. That one doesn't go there. We want to make sure everything is the good old same temperature, and I can't place them there because there's already stuff. But we have all the pipes doing good. All right, all right. Then we're going to do this setup that we got going on here. They'll come and build that eventually. Let's not build that so that they can come over here and hop up, all that other stuff. And then we also want to build ourselves a Hydra. So let's look at... We're probably going to make this setup. Oh, I try to just like select everything here. Let's get a little bit of save lag going on. But we're probably going to do this setup over here for our mining rockets. Just all in due time. All in time. These guys need to stop doing what they're doing here. You can get up there, right? That is a reachable build. Yeah, it's just low on the priority. Okay, so we're going to get all the automation wire. That'll keep the bottom nice and cold. Then we're also going to need a pump. We're going to need a pump. It doesn't need to be out of steel, because now we need to pump out our stuff. So we'll go ahead and put a pump here and here. And we don't want to start pumping until we have at least this many. There we go. Then we'll pump all the hydrogen and the oxygen. That'll go over here. So now how are we going to do power? Let's see here. I think I want... Are we going to have... Where is our power cable? Do we even have power around here? There's our fat cable. That's the one I'm looking at. So we do want to get that one over here because we are going to need to power these aqua tuners. So at that point, I think I will just power everything. Probably with a large transformer. We'll go large transformer here because we have. I mean, it's never a resource problem. We have like 1 billion fucking resources, right? So let's get power to these doors and also to that, and then up to you, and same thing for you, and then the power can come through here. Okay, that looks fine. And then we'll just get this fat fucking power cable over here. We could probably put it right there, actually, because this is still a vacuum, right? Yeah, we could probably put it right there and carry it over. I think that is what I'll do. So that needs to be this guy. And then that means we're probably just going to power that right there. So that also needs to be... Let's build you out of steel. Oh my gosh, I'm so freaking low on steel. I never thought that I would make it to this. Okay, let's get some temp shift plates up in here. Now that I'm starting to build everything. And we can just push it up against the wall. Actually, not these ones, because I don't want those tiles. Yeah, I don't want this one. The whole point of these insulated tiles is that they stay... Oh, and you know what? I need to change these tiles to be ceramic. So let's put that one back. Yeah, I want these ones to be ceramic, because these are going to be the ones that are holding on to unreachable build. You can definitely reach it. You can stand right here and build it. But just for you, I'll build you a little ladder. Okay, we're all doing great. Do not build that, actually, because you guys are going to build yourselves in. All right, I think we're definitely making some leeway on this build here. I think... Oh, they can't get in there because my dumbass built this fucking... Okay. So can they get over here? Yes, they can travel over here and climb up here. So let's not build these window tiles just yet. And we need these out of ceramic. I requested those out of ceramic. Thank you. We're going to build... This little guy goes here. And then let's go ahead and deconstruct this dude. Let's bring over some power. Do I bring it down or up? So we're going to need a piece there. Then let's go down. So then we come over here. And it'll do one of those. It'll do one of those. And one of those. Okay, I think that's good for power. Then we also need to collect everything out. How are we looking in this room? Okay, I think it's all good. We need to get up there. So let's build one of those. Everything looks good. Pick up all the crud. Let's finish these. Like that. And you know what? If we're going to make these cold, I think we're going to bring the hydrogen and oxygen through like the top area. So let's look at that again. And it's going to be plumbing. No, my bad. It's ventilation. So in the vacuum of space, we don't need anything here. But then we're going to bridge onto this little loop. Oh, they're entombed. All right, girls, what happened? What are we doing? Building entombed, automatic dispenser. Oh, that's fine. And in fact, we built this power plant. I forgot about it. Let's come back to this power plant here. What do we have? Is everything all set? I think I did kind of make it all set. So what's going to happen here is that these are going to drop off their polluted water. It'll come over here and it'll drop down, and then it'll come over here and drop down and then hang out right here. So that's all we need right there. And then I put this airflow tile to push out any gases. So I think I need to do that. And then as far as cooling goes, we have the water that comes through here, and it's kind of cooling it down because it doesn't really matter. It'll just go into the electrolyzers where it'll cool down the oxygen itself. It might put a bigger strain on this, but this is fine. It's like, let's look at the... Oh, I wanted to see like the amount that it was running, but whatever. And then let's look at, where do we have the gases? So we have... Oh, this is not doing anything. So we obviously have hydrogen just hanging out right here. So the hydrogen generators are working, but we need to turn on the natural gas generators. And I want that to be the secondary source, maybe? Yeah, I need to set up thresholds here for these guys, because we do have automation for these dudes. So we're gonna go. We want you to go up to 95, and you'll turn on when you're at 65. Copy, paste, and you'll turn on when you're at 45. Okay, that looks good. Because I want to use up whatever excess hydrogen that we're going to get, because this is just excess hydrogen no matter what. And then the natural gas will be obviously our limited resource. So what do we have here? We have natural gas to come through here and then hop over. That's not hopping over. That's the wrong way. We need to put that the other way. And then natural gas will go there. So let's clean up all of this. Grab that crap. And then these are now... This is a power room, I believe, right? Or actually, I don't think I... Ooh, it is a power plant. I didn't really care for it to be a power plant, but I guess it is. That's fine. Let's get this going the right way. And then we also need this gas to go somewhere. So you know what? As of now, it's going to go piss off into the bottom here. And that should be good for a fucking while, and then we should probably be able to get rid of these guys. So let's go back to this and watch this contraption come to life. So clean up that. We have... Why are these built underneath, but then what the shit is going on? That's kind of annoying. Alright, so what I was saying about this, we need this to go into a loop. So is this like the derpy little loop that I want here? Let's build it out of ceramic. And this isn't going to go anywhere because it needs direction. So, what if we do... Okay, it'll probably need to do this. How are we doing on everything else? We can get rid of these. And we can get rid of these. And get rid of that. Nope, I was set on buildings. Okay, nope, nope. Not that. Get rid of this, please. So how do I want to do this loop? Ooh. I mean, I could figure it out here. So I need it to be... Oh, okay. It can do one of these. No, let me see. So if it's like this... If it's like this, it'll prioritize what's currently in the loop. So then we get this guy will go in the loop, but then this wants to go... I think we're going to have to come down into here. Which that's what I don't want to do. So what if we do... Did I fuck this up, dude? I have it too close. Because I want it to do this silly little loop. But this guy needs to be... here? Let me see. So we get a little loop, but the loop needs direction. So we do need to put a bridge. Even if it's like this. Let's get rid of that for now. Let's see here. So if we put this bridge here, then that's giving this loop direction, and we need to now enter the bridge. This is a reachable build, right? Okay. We'll figure that out here in a minute. Let me see. So now we need aqua tuners. And we're gonna go... If we do an aqua tuner here... So the loops are on the side. So we want that. And we want to come in here and do our little bridge magic. Okay. And I think that looks good. Nope, it doesn't. It needs to be like that. There we go. Liquid pipe thermal sensor. That needs to go there. And in fact, can we move that up? Because I want both of these to come over here. Oh, maybe I built this too close. I might have put this too close. That's okay. We're gonna go over 1. Because I want this gap. Which means we move everything over 1. That's okay. Let's finally cover that up. And then these go here. This goes over. Which means we don't need that. We don't need that. Cancel what we currently have, please. We don't need that guy anymore. We do need some more of these. That can come back. And we build back these guys. And deconstruct that for me. We're gonna wiggle it. Okay, so now what we'll do, deconstruct these for me. Now that I forcefully brought all this over by 1. Also, let's figure out this thing here. So we want this to be hopping over, and actually, no, we don't need that to be ceramic. We want these to be ceramic. Okay, so we have this wall here. Let's go ahead and build our aqua tuner wall. So this will go right here. So we want something like this. So we can do up and then over and down with the bridge. Then we can do these guys. Let's just have them be straight till we get to here. Then we'll do another one. Give me the thermal aqua tuner, thank you. Then we do another one, and then they do their little bridgey guy, and then down. Okay, then we can do the Hydra here. And we need a bridge. Then we need the actual, the things, the stuff and things. The thermal sensors. Liquid pipe thermal sensor. Build out of steel. Steel. Automation. They don't need to be steel. Get that in. And then the power. Power them. Let's go ahead and get start working on getting water in here. So those go there. Entombed. Building entombed. Get that out of here. How are we doing? Did we get natural gas in here? Or do we have them just turned... Oh, insufficient resources, natural gas. What do you mean? You're right there. Disabled by... So, insufficient resources and disabled by automation grid. Which is... Oh, because this is pretty full. Okay. So then we should be able to get rid of these guys. And we built that. Nice. And let's make sure that this is built. But I think everything's good so far, because, like, we just don't use that much power. Okay, so then they'll continue all of this nonsense. I think we're going pretty good. Alright, let's clean this up. Clean up all of it. All of it. Can we close this up? No, we don't have this. So now we need to bring that out. Bring that out. Gas will come in here. It'll get cold. It'll fill up. We have this thing. We have power for this. Yep, there is power. Let's finish that up. Take all this crap out. And let's figure out what we want to do for this bridge. Because, like, we can't do it like this because there's no thing. Let me see. If we bridge over, then gas will want to enter here. So gas will enter. Or what if we bridge over and come into here? Then it'll just keep swapping between the two. And then it'll kind of get stuck. And then plus, if we have it enter through here, it'll want to come down. So I think we do have to do something dumb like this, which this is what I wanted to not do. So we'll be all right. Okay. Do we have everything good here? We have liquid coming in, and if it can't go in, then it bypasses. It cools down all this good stuff. And then same thing, let's double check this one. Comes in, bypasses. Before I close everything up, I like to just double check. We have power. We have automation. We can close this up. Okay, let's get that closed. That's good. Let's also bring up a pipe this way. And this one's going to be ceramic. So there's our actual gas lines, which means we can continue this build. Oh, you actually need to be built. Okay. We can build ourselves a steam turbine that can go here. Oh, shoot. Before we... Oh, no. We already closed that up. Yep. I already forgot one thing. So, we gotta have this guy in here. Which means the top right pieces. We don't need it out of ceramic. So we just need the top right pieces to come down in here. And we need cooling. We need to cool these stupid-ass fucking turbines. So, let's go ahead and do that. How are we going to do this? We need 2 turbines to be cooled. We need both of these being... Okay. So, if it's coming around this way, then we want this one to come over here. So we'll do this one be the oxygen and this one be the hydrogen, because this one will have more to chill. There we go. Yeah, get in there. And then we got to do... How did I have this one? Oh, you're just being like that. Okay. Let's do... How are we going to... We'll hop over right there. So that means we need a bridge here. And then a bridge here. And this can come over here. And I think this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So there's all the water going back in. Let's get that built, and then we'll be able to... Oh my god, you are dying. You need to be chilled as well. What if we do it here? Freaking dilemmas. Because the power then would have to come up here like that, and then we can just get this to bridge over. So that's not a problem. But now we got to keep working on this. So if this guy actually comes up here and cools that down, then we get some dumb shit like this to come down like that. So it'll come over here, cool down the transformer, hop over, cool down the turbine, hop back over, come over here, and then go back and keep nice and cold for that. Okay. And is this out of ceramic? These guys need to be out of ceramic. Let's deconstruct that guy. And then we will do power to here, I believe. And then we'll look at this power. And it'll come out here, hop over. So then we set up a bridge that goes there. Like that. All right. A whole lot of dumb shit going on. Dumb shit because I forgot. How are we doing with this? We got the doors, we got the glass tiles. These glass tiles are going to be okay just sitting like that. Then we have... We did in fact come in here, so let's get this diamond built, and then we have to build from the left, or from right to left, because we have to come into the left. So here's this monstrosity, so it'll go this way. Alright. Can we now finish this up? I think we have all the pipes going on here. I think we can close up the bottom portion. We can close up the bottom portion. And we got power coming on. Yep. Everything looks good. Once we close that up, build these things. Or once we close this up, we can start putting water in here. And then we still need to make the Hydra. Can we... Allie is currently on that. I was going to say, can we get on this? I think we can close this. So this is a vacuum. That's good. Good job, Ellie. Yeah, I was going to say, someone come do this. Okay, let's get some water. Water! Copy, paste. Get some water into this room. This room is almost done. So we'll build that up. Okay. Pretty sure we can close these rooms. Okay. Hydra. We want to build it here. But what we want to do, can we build ourselves a Hydra that... Let me look at the small Hydra that I got going on here. Can we build this but sideways? I think we can. How do we build it sideways? Because if I want a chamber If I want this chamber to be a gas... Actually, let's go like this. And let's look at something like this real quick. We're gonna see if I can build it. Okay, we want it something like that. Actually, if we can go like this, and we're gonna go right here and here, and a wall like that. I want it something like this. So how can we do that? We can do right there and right there. Does that make sense? Can we do that? I don't see why not. Which means we can probably make this smaller. It could be like that. And then do we just build wall? And then hydrogen, oxygen, stuff like that. I think that's actually good. I think so. So that means that I would need... We're going to go fresh white. I would need this, this, and this. Okay. And then I also need to bring up water then, which I have water right here, so that's good. You can just get the water and shove it up inside like that. So what do I need to get inside? I think that. And then I think we can build all of that. And then we can get gas pumps. Oh, you know what? Let's make it a little bigger. Yeah, we'll make it bigger. Put this right there. And the reason to make it bigger is that I want a little bit of automation. So we're gonna go gas pump, gas pump. You don't have to be steel, I promise. Not everything in the world needs to be made out of steel. We'll do some gas pumps. And we'll do an automation Atmos sensor for both of them. So you're going to be in the top left corner. So you're going to be like that. And you're going to be like that. And then these ones. Who are we going to... That's right, I said oxygen up here. So oxygen. We'll do oxygen on this side, hydrogen on this side. So if we ever... I want you... Okay, so we mainly need hydrogen. Because the oxygen, we're going to be producing more oxygen than we're going to know what to fucking do with. So we can have a bypass to send oxygen down into the base. But I want you to continue making hydrogen, which is going to be this one. So keep making until the hydrogen is of a certain level. Okay, I think I got it. And then as far as power, we'll just run this power. Did you get yourself stuck? No, you're just being a silly guy. So in this case, I actually want that, and then we'll deconstruct these. Which means, let's go ahead and deconstruct. Oh my god, Allie, you are stuck in there? What a frickin' nerd. Thank you, Allie. Let's make sure that no one's going to get stuck in here. I see that it looks alright. Oh, and then we're also going to need back tiles up in there so that the airflow is going to be good. Arsel, what's wrong with you? You are stuck. stuck. Okay, let's just go ahead and do all of this. There we go, buddy. Now you can get out. So what do I got going on for the power here? I set up the power like this. Let's collect all the crud. Let's go check on the girls while they build this. How are we doing, everyone? Still going. This failed. I don't know what happened here. So let's go ahead and get a tile there. Now we lost all that water. But that's fine, I fucking guess. We deleted this. So that means we don't need this smart battery anymore, and we don't need this automation. I'm pretty sure y'all doing okay body temperature. No, it's fucking hot. Why is it hot in here? This should be cooling down. It brings it down to 21. Let's bring it down to 17 so that we can do cooling. We can cool it down, and then once it's cooled down, then we can stabilize the actual temperature. Okay, I think that's good. I do need drywall behind these. No! Can I not build a frickin' Hydra here? Like the airflow tiles. What the fuck? That's kind of annoying. I wanted to do this, but these airflow tiles are gonna be. Can I do mesh tiles? Wee. Oh, I still need to keep building this as well. Am I gonna have to build a freaking derpy ass Rodriguez? I also badly wanted to build a Hydra. Let's see what gets built here. Does the mesh tile get built over? Ah, for fuck's sake. Okay. Well, scrap all this idea. Everyone, stop what you're doing. Let's deconstruct all that. Let's deconstruct all the automation. And then all the buildings. Whee! And then build that glass. Did I build this? I got all that built up. Oh, we're kind of still pumping in water. This should be fine. So deconstruct that piece. Deconstruct this one. Sniff. And let's go. Alright, I'm gonna have to build some type of Rodriguez. Because that one doesn't use any airflow tiles. It's just unsophisticated. And there's no way, there is absolutely no way that we can get... Oh, let's do some save lag. That we can get any hydrogen or oxygen from in here to go up to this freaking fuel. We have to make our own. Let's deconstruct all those. Deconstruct these buildings. Reconstruct those. I mean, you don't really have to, but... Unreachable builds. Oh, because of that. Okay. Juggling 12 things at once, as usual. Does everything line up for that? That's good. This cooling is good. So we can actually start getting some liquid into here. Let's go ahead and get that going. And then we will get... Let's leave that one. Get a little bottle drainer. And bridge onto this dude. Like that. Alright, that was a weird sound. Shit, I thought I wasn't deconstructing that. How are we doing over here? We're still building ladders and things. Some of these are cooling down. Let me see what temperature this goddamn oxygen is. 27. Actually, this one can be deconstructed. That one can be deconstructed, so this is 29-ish, 30-ish. Okay, but we're having it come out at 16. So let's go down 5 more. Because of the fact that the oxygen just sits in here. And then hopefully it'll cool down over time. This looks good. I think we can close this up. Whee! I like the puffs. They sound silly. Alright, so what exactly were we doing? Well, I need to get all this out of my way, because I need like a fresh palette, or else it's just going to be weird to me. I don't know what you guys are doing, but let's get this all built. Here, we only want to work if we're above 500. Copy, paste. We got power. Okay, so this loop was for the oxygen. Let's go ahead and set what we need. We need it to be negative, I don't know, negative 200? Negative 200. Because if it's ever above, then we can cool it down to negative 214, which is still fine. We do want it like as cold as we can, because if it'll ever warm up, then we're going to be good. So 200's fine for this one, but then we want this one to be a very precise hydrogen gas. And we want to go... So 252 to 259... I know it fluctuates about 1 degree. At least it's fluctuating about 1 degree over here. So let's go 254. Neg 254. 254. And that's what we want it to be at. Oh, actually, no. Our super... So we can... That's right. I'm doing it wrong. We can make this shit as cold as we fucking want. So we're gonna make our supercoolant. We're gonna make our supercoolant as cold as we can. So it's gonna be negative 257.2. So copy that and paste it onto these. And then we want these thermosensors to be negative 200. Or like, turn it on if it's ever above. Okay. So then we want... Actually, let's do this for now. What was it for oxygen? I think I wanted neg 220. I think it was. Neg 2... Actually, neg 200 is fine. Let's go neg 210. Neg 210. And as for this one is the hydrogen gas. And we want you to be 254. Neg 254. Okay, so now let's get some supercoolant up in this bitch. Copy you, paste you right there. Let's build these back in. Damage overheating, I know. Let's get the supercoolant in there. Cool you down. Cool those down. And then this works to cool down the actual coolant. Let's get some glass in here. And it's good because it's cooling down the actual tiles first, and then it'll cool down those if they ever find themselves closed. So cool all that stuff. All right, Rodriguez, what are we doing here? Let's get this shit situated. Window tile. These tiles should be cooling down. Boop, 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 boop. Super coolant, super coolant. Yeah, cool down that super coolant real good. I probably could have swapped this around, and then we would have saved. Or at least it wouldn't have looked so fucking dumb. But I think we're gonna be alright. We got the supercoolant coming in. Should be cooling down eventually. And it cools down this thing and these ones, and then these tiles as well. But the tiles are fucking hot. Make sure there's no gas for some fucking reason. Okay. Let's see. So I want to start building it here. Which means we can do a 2. So if we do, god damn it, I never know where anything is. If we do this, and then we go 1 up like that, and we're gonna put like a little wall. Will be a little wall like that. So down like this. So right there. Is that what we want to do? Or how much do we want to make? And we can probably just put this here. It doesn't need to be down. We can do 2, a wall. Let's put a gas. Or hold on, let me put this over here. And then a gas guy. So that'll be the hydrogen. Stop it. Okay, so we can do something like that. And let me see. I think that might have to do, because if we look at the electrolyzer, we're putting out 112. So 112 times 4 is 448. So we're going to be making 448 grams of hydrogen, which this pump will not suck out all that, or it can suck 500. So then if we put some gases, okay, I see it coming together. I see you. Let's build that. Well, not this, because we can build you B. We can build you B. We can have you be. Like, am I overthinking? Do mesh tiles? Let me Google that. Let me see. Oxygen not included. Let me look at airflow tiles. And in space. Let's see. Is an airflow tile in a spawn built over space explode? Does the gas flow through the airflow tile get voided? Gas passes over those tiles, not through those tiles. Son of a bitch. We could have. I'm going to. According to Google, according to the almighty powerful Google, or actually it's Reddit, the airflow tiles can be built in space. Airflow tiles in space. Airflow tiles. Airflow tiles prevent loss of gas and liquids contained inside them when placed over exposed space. Son of a bitch! We could have been doing this the whole fucking time. How's our coolant? I think our coolant's pretty good. Oh no, but I did the thing. It might stutter. But I see this is doing good. Okay, so then I'm gonna go back to building my stupid little frickin' my little Hydra. Okay, so gas goes there. Gas goes there. Then we do a wall. And then we do an electrolyzer and an electrolyzer. But we specifically have this here, and then airflow tiles go like this, and then airflow tiles go right there, and then this, and then a gas pump, and a gas pump. And I think my wife is vacuuming, which is fine, but go on, buddy. I'm gonna close the door real quick, because my wife is doing some vacuuming. Which, I think we should be almost done with this episode. We just have to do the frickin' SPOM, or the actual, you know, oxygen and hydrogen. So, if we cancel these two, they should be able to get in there. And I need to do this extra space, because I want some automation. So I do need drywall. In here, and in here. So that's something I learned today. How are we doing with this? I think you can stop now. So let's deconstruct you, deconstruct, and deconstruct the pipes. Well, no, we have to... where's it at? Empty those pipes. And we need some more in here. In fact, I might have to come in and empty a pipe. And we're going to need to put in stuff. So we'll go like that. Just in case people are being dumb about it, like that. Okay, back to the automation. That one, that one, that one. And this will go like this. This one will go here, and this one will go here. You want a pump there and a pump there. Then let's get power in here. Power like that. Deconstruct you. That goes... Nope, that doesn't go there. This goes here. How are we doing on this weird glass thing? Pick up all the trash. How are we doing as far as cooling? Let's see these temperatures, baby. So the tiles are really cold. Okay. Let's go ahead. No, we could keep on waiting. Clean this up. Let's see. This should be good. So we can stop doing supercoolant. Deconstruct the gas bridge. Pick up all the trash. We have the automation. Let's get in some of these guys. Let's go right here. Like that. And there's the water for this. Now let's get the ventilation. And we said that this one needs to be... I believe this one was going to be the hydrogen, which is going to be this one on the right. So, I think we can do this. And then this is the oxygen. I think. Because I need... Okay, let's double check. So this one's going to be oxygen up at the top. And oxygen's going to be this one because we need to monitor the hydrogen off of that pump. Okay. I think we got it. Let's deconstruct these guys, deconstruct that. These guys can't get up here, so I think we can do this. And then they'll be able to get up, and then we can do that. We'll have to turn these off for a minute, I think, because we'll have to let the steam turbines chill for a minute. But I think we're getting there, guys. It's, we're getting really close. Oh, you know what really sucks, though, is that I do need to prime these rooms. Meteor showers. That's okay. We're safe and protected. Let's see how we're doing over here. Are you guys idle? Oh my god, you're idle. You guys have built everything. So proud of you. Let's deconstruct, or let's start digging. This little bit of water supply, you can eat shit. This we can deconstruct. And so can all of this. And all of that as well. And let's go ahead and build all of this. That too. You can deconstruct this. Dig that up. We got the cold biome going on here. We can build these. And that. And then that'll be the last little bit. Okay. How are we doing in here? Let's deconstruct these guys, because I know we're not going to need them right now. Deconstruct that piece and that piece so that we can get our bottle emptiers. Let's go plumbing. Get the bottle emptier there and there. Pick up all the trash. That piece needs to be picked up. Or that needs to be built. And then once we have all this, then we can close this. And then this one, and this one. And then we'll figure out what exactly we want to do to, like, get in there. Build this one to get up there and build that. So this one, we want to send green signal if below 20k. So pretty much always be on. And only turn on if above 2000. Same with you. But for you, we're going to swap you out. We have power to everything. We have the correct plumbing. Let's go ahead and get that. Deconstruct that too. We're going to be building that. This is the ventilation. This is oxygen coming over here. This is hydrogen that comes over here. Okay. And I think we need to turn these off real quick. And let the steam cool down. We can build those. We can now deconstruct that. And we do have, in fact, power and then water. Okay. Yeah, you just gotta make sure to frickin' do everything. Oops. Yeah, that's the part. I need to figure out how to get in here. But for now, we do this. And once we build these two, then we can start putting some liquid. What liquid do we have in this hydra? We have salt water. Right, no, we have brine and salt water. Okay, let's do brine and salt water. So this one will be brine. B, starts with B, that's way up here. Enable. Yeah, this steam needs to be cooled down. Okay, now we can build this one. Oh, you look like you're not built. There you go. These things are all built. So we should be bringing brine eventually, right? We can get here. Yep, BioBot's bringing the brine. These need to go in here. Actually, no, just relax. Okay, brine. So now let's get some salt water. And there is, in fact, brine right there. It just looks kind of weird. This is the one thing that we're, like, focusing on here. I need to get in here and prime it, dude. How do I wonder if I can, like... I'll probably have to come in through this side right here. Let's get the liquids in here, and then we'll figure it out. So, brine's good. Let's get salt water. Come on, guys. And also, this relocate needs to be priority 9. Get that fucking thing out of here. We don't need these anymore. Okay. You can be deconstructed now. Because we do, in fact, have liquid salt, 2 salt waters right there. And then this needs to be built, which we can build it. We can get over there. Beautiful. Let's pick up all that stuff there. So this enclosure just needs to be built. But I could probably get in through here to unleash some hydrogen. Can we do this now? Okay, you're good. Which you can deconstruct. And that goes there. This piece goes there. Let's go ahead and grab all this stuff for me. Okay, I don't like how it looks like that, but hopefully it's still good. Okay, now let's figure out how we want to get in here. We could... The problem, though, is also, like, a lot of... If we get hydrogen just in here... that's the thing I don't want to... What if we just prime one room? Like, if we fill this with oxygen, Will the hydrogen immediately go up here? Let's try that. So let's build these. These pieces can be built. Let's get... I did not bring water over, so let's bring the water over. And I have you turned to off. And then all these will be closed up. So if we prime this with some... Actually, what if we do a fucking door? Hold on. What if we do a door that's powered? Just to get it primed, right? We'll go ventilation, canister, emptier. And what if we set up oxygen that goes there? Which also sucks then, because we need to get back in there. How are we doing? Still cooling down? Good. This is a real tricky thing. How are we doing over here? Digging? Nice. Good digging. Digging. I don't think I need this water right here. I really don't think we need this water. So all of you will go. And how we're going down in temperature. We're at 26 over here. A little bit of water comes over here. Good. So let's try this. Oxygen goes in the bottom, hydrogen in the top. So oxygen, auto bottle. Give me some oxygen, baby. And then we should be able to prime this bottom, all with oxygen. And then hydrogen should just go to the top. Should, maybe. Let's turn these back on. Is a biobot coming to do this? Yeah. Pick up all my trash. Okay. The only problem, though, is that what if oxygen comes up here? Let's try this. Like that. But we could... Okay. I'm kind of seeing... It's gonna be some finagling. We could use a pump just at the bottom to pump out the oxygen. So let's get this right here. We're gonna, just like how a Rodriguez, you gotta finagle with it a little bit. Like, what if we do that? Hydrogen. All the oxygen's coming out. Well, if we're gonna do this, because I might just leave this fucking door in here, right? So I might as well leave this door in the same spot. We will get this right. And maybe we can, like, open and close the door. No, I think we'll just use the gas pump. How are we doing over here? Still doing good. Let's get rid of this frickin' monstrosity that we got going on here. Get rid of that, whatever the hell this is. It's a freaking mess is what it is. Okay. So now we have there's some oxygen in there. Let's turn this back on. Just so that we have some more hydrogen. But then turn this on. So let's vent out the oxygen while maintaining that hydrogen in there. This is going to be a real tricky goddamn thing. Yeah. Oh, okay. Relax, relax. Let's see how this settles. Yeah, let's see how that cooperates. This one we could probably we'll keep pumping it till we get the hydrogen going. Okay. Let's turn this one on just a little bit. Okay, we're doing good. The hydrogen will want to sit here. Okay, let's let the oxygen come down here. I think this is slowly working. I see that oxygen. It wants to come down. It wants to come down. There you go. Perfect. So let's turn this on and see if we got... No. What are you doing? What is this? So oxygen, okay. What if we do... How can we do this? Let's deconstruct this wall. No. So if oxygen wants to come out to the left here... Is that what we're doing? And then, like... Is that really what we're doing here? Let's see here. So then that will go there. So all oxygen will want to come through here, but then hydrogen through these two. So right there. That looks to be about right. So that means we got to come in here. And reconstruct. Yeah, okay. This might be the way. So let's turn this off. These are going to be getting nice and cold. Oh, are we cold? Are we down to 260, whatever the fuck? 257.2. So now can we turn these on? And then get these tiles really nice and cold. Did I say deconstruct this one? Yeah, deconstruct that one. Ooh, we're gonna have to get into here as well. So might as well deconstruct those two, because we gotta get into here, do that. And we also have to turn this into that tile. might as well keep it consistent. So we'll do that. We're learning. We're learning together. These tiles are gonna get nice and cold. Actually, I should probably not do that because we don't have an atmosphere. But we did get the tiles to neg 200, so that's cool. Okay, and then let's build that. So we have that one, that one. We can build these back up. Actually, not that, because I need to grab this stuff that's in here. And are these staying? Let me see what we got going on here. These are staying, saltwater and brine. That's fantastic. I'm really happy about that. And then, in fact, this gas is staying. So we can probably suck this out again. And then we'll keep... Oh, the micrograms. Okay, they're dying. You know what? Go ahead, just suck it all out. And then build that. And then that way, oxygen, hydrogen. Okay, that looks good. So then we'll try round 2. Because apparently oxygen wants to sit right there. If not, immediately moved over. So suck out all that good stuff. We're gonna cool these bad boys down. Let's chill these window tiles. Like that. That's looking good. Cover this hole back up. Yeah, get out all that oxygen. I don't want it there. I want that to be hydrogen. How are we doing over here? Nice! Finished up on all the crud. Let's deconstruct this stuff. Let's do some of this. We don't need anything in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last one goes right there. So then we build or dig out all of this. That's fine right there. Dig out all of that. Dig out that. Got that thing going on. We can dig that out. And that'll be just about everything. Okay. We got something overheating. The diamond press. Oh, I did not. You're not being cooled. Okay. But this is done. So now I think we can put oxygen back in here. And this doesn't really matter. It'll be pushed by the hydrogen. Buddy, do not just like hang out in there. Okay, oxygen. Oxygen will hang out in here. Okay, go away. No one's allowed. All right, let's turn this on. You can stop being weird. Oh, what the fucking hell? Now there's hydrogen stuck there. Oh, you know what? Let's try. Okay. Yeah, let's suck all this out. See if we can get oxygen or get hydrogen through here. Someone's trapped. Where are you trapped? Who's trapped? So not nails, but it's you. You's trapped. You... Okay, let's get you digging those. And then, no, get out. You're gonna fuck me up, lady. Let's see if I can get this to work. If I can get just a little bit of hydrogen into here. Like, that oxygen shouldn't have been there. Or that... Okay. Maybe we really do have to just come in here and prime it. We'll try that. But what we need to do now is vent it all out. Everything needs to be just vented out. Deconstruct that tile. And we'll try to prime it. We'll just actually prime. Are we trapped again? Purple, you're pissing me off. Build these stupid ass ladders first. Then you can do whatever the fuck you wanna do. This should work. I gotta get this to work. This left and right. We'll have to examine some of the behavior. Oh my god, this video is almost 2 hours long. But we're doing very important science. I said deconstruct this. Oh, that's right. No one's allowed in through this freaking door. I was gonna say, why is no one coming to deconstruct this? We're in the grams. Here we're in the micro or milligrams. Okay, that little gas escaped. Keep on escaping. Go out that way. Go out that way. We need everything out. And then we'll just retry by fucking priming it. And maybe that'll work, because I think the gas, it wants to come out right here. So I have two locations that it can go out. And this one goes right here, but seeing as how these ones work, right? This one, it wants to go that way, but then it can go left. So I think it should be okay. This stupid ass diamond press is overheating. Deconstruct you. You guys are doing this nonsense. Can we deconstruct that and that? Build that. I don't want those. How are we doing on temperature? Like 27. Still 29 over there. 23 over here. So, like, that's why this needs to come... Oh, my God, go over there. But how are we doing on icky gas? No icky gas. This plug slug needs to be killed. Piss off. You're going to come and eat my metals and produce hydrogen. We don't want hydrogen. These batteries are good. Why is... Let me see... Okay. I don't know why these batteries are not getting charged by this stupid-ass smart battery here. But as long as that smart battery says we're good on power, then fuck it. So we're good on this side. We're in micrograms here. Micrograms here. Let's deconstruct you, and we're going to put a canister emptier. Deconstruct you. No, deconstruct this one. How are we doing on everything being cold? We want this one to be really cold. This one to be really cold. Yeah, make these windows nice and cold. The windows are -200. This goes here. And we are getting gas out. There we go. Now this hydrogen can come on out. Okay, last test. We're gonna do a last test, and then if it doesn't work, I'll have to go back to the drawing board. But we'll do the drawing board off camera. But for now, I can fill this. I can actually fill this. We can go ahead and turn this to auto real quick. Pick some of that crap up. But we can actually put hydrogen in there. Do I have hydrogen somewhere? I don't think I have. Oh, yes, I do, right there. Okay, go drop off some hydrogen. Do you have something? Like, no, that's just your little radar dish. I was like, do you have like a little thingy? So this should be emptying. This is hydrogen. Can you fucking move, you biobot? Oh my god. So hydrogen comes and hangs out in here. This will be almost ready. These guys are ready. We got our coolant down to a really good temperature. But it doesn't matter because this is going to cool it down or pull out all the cold. So let's check on the girls. Agato. We have a whole fucking mess of wires and everything else. So let's deconstruct some stuff. Let's rebuild those, deconstruct this and this. Deconstruct these two. Get that, deconstruct that, and that. And this needs to go up. So does this. Deconstruct that. Let's get some power in a nice, manageable way. Deconstruct that building, that one, that one. Deconstruct these little weird guys. Reconstruct these. Deconstruct these little weird things. Deconstruct... or we can build that. We can dig that out. We can deconstruct all of this because I don't want any of this. This can't be deconstructed. Okay, good. Do that. Deconstruct that thing. Deconstruct those two. Deconstruct this. Build that back up. Gonna make this look pretty. Everything looks nice and pretty. Okay. How are we doing over here? Still filling up with hydrogen. Good. This is still emptying. Yeah, the more hydrogen in here, the better it's gonna be when I have to come in here and actually build stuff. And hopefully this stupid thing doesn't like completely evacuate. I am gonna have to turn them off when I do come in here and build this. So we lost like 300. Okay, build that up. Let's do everything. Deconstruct all of it. And we're going to do some mesh tiles on this. And 2 on the side. Right? How do I have the other one? Let's look at this one. Nope. 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 Where's it at? This one. This one is kind of weird. Okay, that looks good. Deconstructing all this stuff. The power wire will be fixed. Let's check on this. Please, this is the last thing that I want to do. Okay, so let's get oxygen up in this bitch. And then I want to see we're just gonna see if it works, right? We're not even gonna put in the pumps. I'm just gonna prime it with oxygen, turn these motherfuckers on, and see if they keep running. And then we can call it an episode. This has been a very rough episode. I really want to know what's going on here and why the stupid little tabs aren't on. Fuck. First, we gotta grab that piece. Yeah, grab it, little buddy. Then we gotta come in here and build that. Oh shit, and this needs to be turned to auto. Oh my god. I'm fucking everything up. But we still have it primed, so that's good. Maybe we need it to be right here. Or maybe we just need it both. Like we shouldn't, right? Okay, auto. Alright, so now no one should be in there. So let's try this again. Look at you. You're pissing me off, you little thing. So, if we just build that, will it be better? Let's turn it off. Is this gonna be better? Are you gonna be okay? Let's turn you on. And you do, in fact, work. So let's deconstruct that and deconstruct this. And I think I need to have them on while I come and do this, not off. So they can keep the gases going. Oh, let's go to Diamond. Diamond Press goes there. Yes, please, you're letting out all the gas, thank you. And then just sit there. Okay, okay, okay. Keep going, keep going. Get out of my way. Arsehole, you're doing the same exact thing. You're being a little shit. As long as the gases remain. Oh, what the shit? Turn you off. This will go somewhere. Okay, I think we're doing really good. Now what do we have? Oxygen. Okay, here we go. Let's turn you on. Oh shit, I need one of those. So oxygen should come over here. Enter this little loop. Oxygen comes down here. We should be filling this whole room up with oxygen. And it's really, really cold oxygen. Okay, so now these cold injectors buddy, get the... oh my god, you stupid ass biobot. You're fucking shit up. Ooh, oh! Oh, we're getting cold. Ooh, look at it. Ooh, but we don't want it to be solid. So that's why... okay. Why do we have solid oxygen at negative 217 when solid oxygen... ooh, okay, okay, I see. No, yeah, it's because our window tiles are 210. Okay. So then we do... so this should be fine here. And we have hydrogen immediately entering. Look at that. We already have liquid oxygen. And this is keeping it at negative 200. So let's inject a little more cold to be negative 200. And then our hydrogen is not cold enough. It's cooling down right now, thanks to this aqua tuner, but this one is doing okay. No, what the fuck? Okay, we have to come in. Our shit's not moving. Let's empty that pipe. These two might just run forever. Okay, that looks good. But we have liquid oxygen, so that's good, and the temp shift plates are doing really well. These tiles are in fact incredibly cold, but this is ceramic here. Oh, we can deconstruct those two little guys. And we're keeping it nice and cold. Ooh, that... okay. This is something to monitor a little bit. We're at all of our hydrogen is at negative 180. We don't have enough hydrogen. And this one we'll have to bypass. This is the oxygen is the one we'll have to bypass on out of here. So when this gets full, let's turn everything off. No, it's injecting a little bit of hydrogen at a time. It shouldn't matter. But I do want to watch this hydrogen come on down. But we have liquid oxygen, and that's what matters. And that little bit of cold inject brings it to neg 206, which is actually pretty good. Because we're still keeping it pretty cold. So as long as this stays... so, what did we learn from this? Oxygen wants to go to the left. In fact, I could, because it's weird, I could replace that with a tile. Yeah, we're going to do that. So I could... this is the build. This is the build right here, and then we'll be good. I just want to see this hydrogen turn into liquid hydrogen. How are we doing over here? We did build this nonsense, so we can deconstruct all this. And in fact, let's get this situated as well. Deconstruct all of that nonsense. We're... okay, that's good. Let's get all this taken care of. We could probably deconstruct that and that. We'll get those guys. Get this drained. What are we doing on the other side? As far as sending shit. You stop doing that. How are we doing? How's this liquid oxygen? I think the liquid oxygen is probably by far the best here. It's staying between neg 200 and neg 206. Because we're about to see this inject some cold and brings it up to neg 208. So that's perfect. So this one, we should probably bring down, if it's going to go up to 208, or it's going to go about 8 degrees, then, in fact, we probably should have done a thermosensor for each one. We can do that. As long as we keep pumping in and we're still getting nice and cold. I think that's gonna be good. We should definitely figure out what we're gonna do with all this oxygen here, though. Or we'll figure out like a fill method of like when this tank is full of liquid oxygen, then it'll like revert or divert the oxygen into the base, and then we'll do something of like when this is full, then it'll turn off the entire thing. I think we'll try something like that just off camera. This episode's been 2 hours, but hey, it's the first episode after getting back from our break, and we had to build this contraption, and it relatively works. How are we looking at as far as our coolant? Because this has to come through. This one's going to probably be on a lot more because it has to cool these 3 items as well as keeping this oxygen really cold. But yeah, this is pretty much the build. Look at it in all its glory. And then we'll move all that, get the thumbnail going. Yeah, so this is kind of derpy. I do want to come in here and I want to change. I want to put a thermosensor for each one. Like that. Oh, I can't put this here. So then I want to put this over here. Okay. But yeah, I want to put a thermosensor for each one so that we're not increasing the temperature drastically, like that 8 degrees. Especially for the hydrogen. I'm going to need to be really, really monitoring for the hydrogen. So it'll be like this, like that, like that. So I don't know if I want to lose all of this. Maybe. I could probably just come in here and fucking redo some shit. It's not going to be too bad. Which means we're going to have to move this over here. Move this over here. Because what is it in the grand scheme of things, you know? Not really losing too much. Automation, but then the plumbing, the insulated ceramic, it's going to be in the top right, so it needs to go over here. And there you go. There's everything for when I'm ready to get in there. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys, and trying to figure out how I can fucking get this to work. Where's that piece? There it is, sedimentary rock. Sweep that up. And trying to set up a left and right Hydra. So, like, you could probably do this. Probably a single cell. Meaning, like, you can set up more of them, like, in one linear, but you can't set up 2 of them because it's not going to stack really well. Well, maybe you could probably put it like this, and then the oxygen here will go up and then have a hydrogen line that goes down this way. So you definitely can. It's just, you'd have to sit there and play with it a little more. But Yeah, I'll come in here and rearrange some things. We have 9 kilograms of liquid hydrogen on the floor. I might extend this out. No, 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 no. Maybe because I'm only really making 224 grams of liquid hydrogen a second. Is if you kind of want to think about it like that. But I don't know. I'll figure out something else. This I like this design because it fits like this and it's square. Whereas if I were to extend this out, then it's gonna be all fucking bulbous like that, and then it's gonna be a weird footprint. I don't know. I think I'll be okay with this. I just need to make this a little better. And anyway, yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next episode. And until then, stay stringy.